Time travel. It sounds like something out of a dream. But what if traveling through time could unravel the fabric of reality itself? Today, we dive into one of the most perplexing and dangerous questions in time travel, the grandfather paradox. Could one single action in the past destroy everything as we know it? Imagine you could go back in time. You're in the past, long before you were born. There, you find your grandfather. What if, just what if, you prevented him from meeting your grandmother? The question is chilling. If your grandfather never met your grandmother, you would never exist. And if you don't exist, how could you have traveled back in time to stop him? What do you think would happen? A split in reality, a new timeline? Or would time itself fight back? Drop your theories in the comments. The grandfather paradox reveals a terrifying possibility. Time travel could be destructive, a force that disrupts existence itself. Physicists and philosophers have struggled with this question for years. If something as simple as preventing a meeting could erase you, what would happen to the rest of the world? Would everything collapse into nothingness? Or could an alternate reality emerge, where you never existed but everything else continued on? This is where theories collide. Some believe reality would fracture, creating parallel universes. Others believe that nature would prevent the paradox from happening altogether. Part 3. The bootstrap paradox, an even stranger loop. If you thought the grandfather paradox was strange, let's go deeper with the bootstrap paradox. Picture this. You travel back in time and give yourself a book, maybe a book of advanced science. You grow up using that book to learn, and eventually you go back in time to give your younger self that very book. But here's the mind-bending part. Where did the book originally come from? This is the bootstrap paradox, where an object or information has no clear origin. It just exists in an endless loop, never created, never destroyed. Some scientists think this might be possible. Others say it defies all logic. Could time loops like this really happen, or are they just bizarre fantasies? Comment below if you have an idea about how to solve this paradox. Can something exist without an origin, or is it just impossible? Part 4. Theories on how paradoxes could be avoided. With these paradoxes in mind, scientists and philosophers have proposed ways reality might protect itself from paradoxes. One theory is the multiverse theory, which suggests that every time a paradoxical event occurs, the universe splits, creating a new, separate timeline. In this way, you could go back and prevent your grandfather's meeting, but that action would only create a new reality where you don't exist. Your original timeline would remain unaffected. Then there's the Novikov self-consistency principle, which argues that time has a way of preventing paradoxes. If you travel back in time, events will unfold in such a way that you won't be able to create a paradox. Maybe the universe will stop you, or maybe you'll unknowingly set events in motion that lead to the very future you came from. Which theory do you find most convincing? Could time prevent you from causing a paradox, or would it simply create a new timeline? Part 5. Philosophical and existential implications. These paradoxes do more than challenge science, they make us question our very existence. If time can break, if reality can split or self-correct, what does that mean for us? Are we just characters in a story written by the laws of time, destined to play our roles without freedom? Or could time be more flexible, shaped by our choices in ways we don't yet understand? Conclusion and call to action. Time travel, paradoxes, alternate realities, it's all so complex yet incredibly fascinating. The grandfather paradox and the bootstrap paradox make us question not only the nature of time, but the very nature of existence. So now we ask you, what do you think? Is time travel possible? Or would it destroy reality? And if it is possible, how would we deal with these paradoxes? Share your theories in the comments and let's keep the conversation going. If you enjoyed diving into these mysteries, hit that like button, subscribe, and join us tomorrow for more. And remember, maybe in some other timeline, you've already seen this video.